Northwest 382, descend and maintain 3000.
Out of 3000, Northwest 382.
Hey everyone, we're going to do a huge unboxing today. Yeah, I'm going to unbox all of that stuff. I'm going to have 5 that I received over the weekend. Today's Monday. Hot day in the Boston area, like 95 degrees. We're in a heat wave. Then I have these 4 that I received today. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible so it won't be a long video. Alright, so the first one, as many of you have heard, I'm trying to collect all 12 of the state flags for the Southwest Airlines. This one happens to be the Arizona one. Right now I have 9, and I'm missing 3, Arizona being one of them. Got this off of eBay. I won't say how much, but it was pretty pricey because these are very, very hard to find. If they're not, let me know. Maybe I made a mistake. 737-300 Gemini jets. And there it is with the Arizona 1 livery. By the way, it's pronounced livery. I looked it up online. What can I say? English is my second language. I'm a native Spanish speaker. Okay. And there it is. Arizona 1 737-300 for Southwest Airlines. Alright, so here's the second one. This is number 11 from the 12 Southwest Airlines State Flag series. And one of my future videos, I'll show you the whole collection. This one happens to be Maryland one with the Maryland flag. Real pretty. I like this one. It's a 737-700 from Southwest. And again, even though I work for Delta, well, I do have a really big Delta collection with like 32 of their planes, of their models. I really like Southwest, and how Southwest has a really interesting history too. I was reading up on it. One of these days I'll talk about it. Alright, continuing on. This is a real nice one. I don't know if you all have seen these, but this is an NG, made by NG. It's a Pan Am 747 SP. I think the SP stood for special or something. The baby jumbo. This is real cute. I just had to get it. And I ordered another one in a different livery too, for a different company. And I mean, which one it is, you'll see it when I get it. It's a pre-order, so I expect to get that one within the next 2 or 3 weeks. This is so cool. Take a look at that. So yeah, this is the 747 SP. It came obviously after the 747-100, I think, and after the 200. NG does a really good job with these. A lot of details. I read a review online somewhere, and they gave this particular mold high praises. Other companies that do it, there's other molds out there by Dragon Wings, Gemini Jets, JC Wings, and I think Phoenix also does it. But the NG one, by far, just does the best. Like, look at the landing gear, for example. It is spot on. It's accurate. Yeah, the nose, the bump and everything is very accurate according to the review. A lot of the details. Let me give you an overhead so you can see what it looks like. Go ahead and bring the camera over it. Directly up overhead. Yeah. You see how it has like the changing in the back here? That's also very accurate according to the reviewer compared to other molds. This is just full of detail, very well done, very solid, heavy model. And it has a lot of the detail under the fuselage. All the wheels roll. It's just a really nice model. Really well made by NG. I might do a collection of as many of these as I can get my hands on because they're so cool. 747 SP Pan Am by NG. Alright, my next one is going to be, this one came from Hong Kong. I waited half a month for this one. Once it reached the US, it traveled real quick to Boston. This one I've had on my list, on my want list for a while. It's Portuguese airline TAP Airbus A330-200 by Phoenix. There's the back. Nice box. This is one that I saw quite a bit in Boston Logan Airport. I haven't been there in a while because, as some of you might know, I'm also in the National Guard and I was activated, so I'm doing like active duty work for the Massachusetts Army National Guard for the next few months. So I can't go to the airport. And there it is. Nicely detailed Phoenix. I guess Aviation 400 does a better job, but I don't see any faults with this one. It's got plenty of detail. Let me switch over to the captain's side. And there you go. I forget what TAP stands for. Transportación Aéreas Portuguesas, I guess. But I'm saying it in Spanish, and that's not Portuguese, so maybe one of you can comment down there and say what it means. There's the bottom. The 70 stands for the 70th anniversary. One thing I really like about Phoenix models is their landing gear. They do a really good job. Just take a look at that. They make them out of metal. And I like the way their landing gear comes out. This one's nice. Alright, the next one is a series by NG of the Lockheed L-1011 TriStar. This one's the Dash 500. Originally developed in the 70s, early 70s. It launched with launch customer Eastern, I think in 1972. It was a competitor to the DC-10 as well as the 747. When the 747 first came out, companies wanted a smaller wide body with less engines so they can conserve on fuel, because the 747 has 4 engines. And this is before the era of the 757 and the 767, obviously the Airbuses and stuff like that. So Douglas Company came out with the DC-10 with a very limited budget. Initially, the companies, I mean, there's quotes on there of them saying to conserve cost during development, not to have any cost overrun. And there's a quote out there, I read that on Wikipedia, where it says, even if it includes skipping on safety, and as some of you might be able to find, if you do a search on it, you'll find that there were early DC-10 crashes because the cargo bin doors were opening on those planes, forcing some of them to come down and have some nasty aviation crashes. So there you go. The L-1011 Lockheed was a very advanced aircraft that introduced autopilot auto land feature, was the first one. As a matter of fact, when they launched, the test pilot took like 115 of the employees and some press personnel and flew, I believe, from California to Texas on the first flight, public flight, where the pilot basically just put in, it had the first initial version of an actual flight computer. He inputted all the coordinates and everything, did not touch the controls at all. The plane took off by itself, flew for 4 hours, and landed all by itself without any input from the pilot. That's how advanced this aircraft was. It had a lot of advanced features, and it included a galley underneath where the flight attendants weren't like cooking upstairs and serving the food. They would have an elevator go downstairs to the lower level where they got all the food served and everything. It also had lounges for the passengers to be able to sit around. A lot of technology. Very safe aircraft. Very well done. Unfortunately, because of a huge bribery scandal with the Japanese government, where Lockheed was trying to sell, I don't know, so many, like $1 billion worth of these TriStars to ANA, Air Nippon Airways. They were bribing the Japanese government. People found that out. Some of those prime ministers, some of those ministers went to jail. High-ranking officials at Lockheed ended up having to quit, and they lost that $1 billion sale, and everything went downhill from there. I think they sold maybe 250 or so of those aircraft. It didn't become a high seller because of this, and it brought the company into financial ruins, and it was the last time that Lockheed ever developed and put out a commercial aircraft. I mean, they were really well known back in the turboprop and in the piston era time with like their L-1049 Constellation and some of the Electras and things like that. But this is by far one of the nicest ever wide-body planes ever made. This was an ATA with the Hawaii livery, American Trans Air. It's long been out of business since like 2008. I have another one coming in the mail for the same company, and I have a few more coming in the mail as well. I really like this one. And again, the reviewer from that other website, which I'll put a link to in my description, does a really nice review on this particular model. This one's registration number November 163 Alpha Tango. Typical NG packaging with the styrofoam. And here we go. This is a beauty. There you go, Jeperp. Get a nice detailed capture of that. Just the captain side with the aerials. This one's the Dash 500. It has what they call the frisbee, which is this little slat that comes up before the second engine. This is engine 1. Engine 2, it has an S-foil type where it has the intake here with a turbofan engine. The exhaust is out here in the back. It was the first time ever used. Very similar to like the 727. Engine 1, Engine 2, Engine 3. The APU on this aircraft could also be run as high as 30,000 feet. Had a lot of advanced features. There's the right side. Get a good capture of the tail there. It's really nice. It was also the first modern airliner to introduce the stable-on, I think, stable-on, which is where the whole tail, horizontal tail would turn instead of having like specific surfaces going up and down. And this was to avoid problems where some airliners were forced down with some accidents because the control surfaces on a horizontal tail will get stuck. Had a lot of innovation. These typically sold for around $20 million when they first came out. There were sayings out there that they were more than a 747. What is it? No, slightly less than a 747. A hell of a lot more than a DC-10. Of course, a DC-10 was skimping on safety, so that's why they were so cheap. They could sit a maximum capacity of 400 passengers. There you go. And that's the L-1011 ATA, American Transair, by NG. Alright everyone, let's do the new ones. These just came in today from eBay. And let's see, how do I open this? Here we go. And I really don't know what's in these boxes yet. Oh, here's the other ATA. Good. So I already gave you a lot of details on the L-1011, so you just see what the other very popular livery of this plane is. I think I remembered. No, I don't remember seeing this one at Logan because I was too young. This is probably from the 80s or something. There you go. Registration November 161 Alpha Tango, American Transair. Nice colorful livery. There's another eBay purchase. These are pretty difficult to get. I pre-ordered the Pan Am one, and I've been patiently waiting now for like 3 weeks. Hopefully I'll get it someday. There you go. So far no problems with my NGs. All wings are attached. And initially I wanted this one. This other one that I got, I ended up getting because the eBay member gave me a good deal on it. I negotiated a good deal, and I eventually got a good deal on this one as well. But there you go. They're both Dash 500s, L-1011s. And again, Lockheed is the company that did the Lockheed Constellation as well. I don't know if you guys remember that one. Huge 4-engine piston engine airliner from like the 50s. Look it up. It's a very interesting. You'll know which one I'm talking about once you see it. These are real nice. A lot of detail. Still has oil from the factory. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Let's see where it is. Another eBay purchase. Oh, another L-1011. Good. So, again, the launch customer for the TriStar, for the original one, was Eastern Airlines. And when they came out with their Dash 500, which was their second major release, which was a shorter version, offered a longer range. Typical range was like 4,000 miles with around 4,000 passengers. Airliners wanted a longer range, so they came up with Dash 500. I mean, well, this one happens to be the Dash 1. Okay, so I'm wrong. I just bought a Dash 500 today. I negotiated one down in price for British Airways, so that one will be coming in sometime in the near future. There you go. Registration: Golf Bravo Bravo Alpha India, British Airways. And there's the back. Let's take it out. And I'm actually building up my retro, I don't know, defunct airlines or old aircraft collection, because these are also nice looking. So I'm going to be buying some 727s and DC-9s. I'm not going to buy the real old ones like the DC-8s and 707s. I'm not interested in those just yet. I might in the future. I'm reaching 200 models and I'm running out of space again, so I have to limit what I get. And there's the British Airways. Again, they bought a lot of these, but they were the launch customer for the Dash 500 series. I think they had a total of around 60 of those aircraft. There you go. So the difference between the Dash 1 and the Dash 500, again, you can see obviously the first generation was longer. I mean, the Dash 500 was shorter, and the little frisbee here, the slat that comes out in the middle, that comes up by engine number 2, it was missing in the original one. I forget what the actual function of that was, obviously having to do with aerodynamics, because this is the improved version of the TriStar. This is the original one. I think the wings were supposed to be the wingspan was supposed to be larger on the Dash 500. And part of the reason why this airliner didn't sell so well, another one of the reason being, was because Rolls-Royce, which was the supplier for the engines for this aircraft, had a long, like 2-year delay, and airliners became impatient and they started buying the DC-10s, became more popular. There's the passengers, the first officer side, right side. Look at the detail in the tail. Just look at how nice that looks. And again, this NG model, I'll put a link to the review on the description. The reviewer does a really good job with the review, detailing the differences between this mold and molds by like Dragon Wings or Gemini Jets / JC Wings, and there were a couple of others that also tried to do this model. And NG is by far like the nicest, and you can even see it in the pictures. Okay, down to just 2 more. And wait. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. Another eBay purchase. Let's see, how do I open this? There's the tape there. It doesn't sound good, people. The last 2 should be some big wide body planes. No more TriStars. That should be it. Let's see what this one is gonna be. It's from New Jersey, so I'm pretty sure I know what it is already. Okay, it's gonna be a big plane. Yep. And there you go, 777 Aviation 400. I'm really growing to like Aviation 400 for the detail they put on their models, especially with their beacons where they use that little jewel. Again, the same company, the same guy that does reviews on the TriStar did a review on this one, and did such a nice review that it convinced me to buy it. Especially this livery, which is really nice, from China Eastern. What's the registration number on this one? Bravo 2002. Yeah, Bravo 2002. Bravo 2002. See how Aviation 400 does a nice little graph there with the dimensions and stuff. I really like it. They do a great job with the box. And the back is normally just plain, but I like it. I like Aviation 400. And let's see. Oh, I was nervous. It's because each Aviation 400 model brings its own stand. It's a nice company, I'm telling you. If you haven't bought an Aviation 400 model, buy one. They do a nice job with the Airbus A350, which I have, the Airbus A330, and now a 777. And take a look at this thing. Look at that model there, Jeperp. What do you think? You see how the beacon has like a little jewel where if you shine some light on it, it'll reflect. Look at all the detail, all the nice print. Look at the Wi-Fi satellite antenna box or whatever that is, the aerials. It even has these two bumps here, which normally other companies will just print them. This one has actual, you see that? All of these, they spared no expense on the detail. Wow, look at it's beautiful. Very impressed. And take a look at the tail. Look at the APU, how it has the APU opening. You'll see the review. He goes over all the details. He's very detailed with his review and scoring system. A lot to be, gives a lot of us some inspiration in doing our own reviews, but not as good as that guy. That guy is a professional. Look at the engines. You see the blades. It's almost as if they're gonna spin, but they don't spin. They're very well detailed. And let's look at the underside. And there's the underside. Oh, again, they included another beacon there. This one I got at a really good price. Don't forget, people, when you buy stuff from eBay, negotiate. Send them those offers and be reasonable though. 10-15% off. They shouldn't refuse it if you're reasonable. Wow, I love this one. I think so. This one's probably gonna be one of my favorites. What do you think, Jeperp? Is that nice? Yeah, I love it. Wow, what a nice mold. All right, here's the last one. Don't mind the bananas. And this one's from Texas. Another eBay purchase. And I don't like these post office boxes because they don't have an easy way for you to open them. So I have to use my box cutter to just, I don't know. They should do like FedEx and UPS does, where they have a little pull tab. I know what this one is. And again, I saw this one. You will not believe how much I paid for this. He said the box would show a little wear. So the box shows a little wear. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Because I'm displaying the model, not the box. And there it is. Limited edition TWA 747. Bam. There you go. 747-100 TWA. Oh, American Airlines. Oh, it's from the American Airlines Museum. That's what it is. And let me take a look at this thing. Registration is November 93108. Limited to 2,500 pieces. A 747 to add to my 747 collection. I think this will be like number 14 or 15 of my 747s. and my first 747-100. It is in great condition, and like as new condition, if not new. I wonder if it's like maybe one of Gemini Jet's first 747s. It's an old mold, obviously, but I paid $36 for this. $36, and guess what? Free shipping too. $36 for a 747. There's the first officer right side, Trans World. I really like that livery that they have with the globe and everything. TWA. Of course, TWA was bought by American Airlines. Look at those old fan jet engines from the 747. Now, I don't know if it was supposed to have these little antenna things that stick out in the back, but like I said, this is for $36. Can't go wrong. There's the underside. Yeah, this is definitely one of Gemini Jet's probably first ever models or molds. But that's not bad. And there you go, TWA 747-100. And with that, that's 9 models in as fast an unboxing as I can. I have, I think, maybe 13 more coming. Quite a few of those are going to be TriStars. One of them is going to be the smallest model that I can think of in a 1-400. So that means that I'll have the largest 1-400 model with the antenna of 225 and the smallest 1-400 model. I'll leave that one as a surprise when you guys get it. It's coming from Germany. It just arrived into the country, went through customs, and should be here probably later this week. And what else do I have? A lot of them are pre-order, so I have to wait on those. Those ship on different dates. And that's pretty much it for today. Thanks again for watching. Love to read some of your comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Bye.